That possible government shutdown is looming. The money runs out Friday at midnight. And Ivanka Trump is in Germany, her first official trip overseas, representing the U.S. at an international women's summit. And there's a brand new poll out this morning that reveals most Americans would prefer to keep the Affordable Care Act than get a replacement. More details on that in a moment.
Just released that a moment ago. But first, as President Trump closes in on that 100-day mark, new signs this morning that he's willing to put off funding his border wall to prevent a government shutdown. That would be a big shift for the president. Our chief White House correspondent, Jon Karl, starts us off for the latest. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. The president certainly isn't giving up on his border wall, but it looks like he's willing to put off the fight over paying for it to another day.
Forget the 100-day milestone. The biggest challenge facing the president this week may be avoiding a government shutdown.
The main sticking point, funding for his border wall. The White House calls it a top priority. Democrats say it's a non-starter.
Can you, from that podium, guarantee that there will not be a government shutdown?
I can't guarantee.
How close can you get to guarantee?
I think that the work that Director Mulvaney and others have made in these negotiations has been very positive. They feel very confident that won't happen.
So he won't insist that his priorities get funded on the border, the wall, increased security.
That's not what I said.
But now there are signs the president is willing to give in to avoid a shutdown. According to multiple sources, President Trump told a group of conservative journalists at a private White House reception that he is willing to put off funding for the wall until later this fall. Democratic reaction to the president's reported comments was swift. Senator Chuck Schumer saying in a statement overnight that President Trump was taking the wall off the table in a move he called good for the country.
He's a very, very important and powerful group of people.
On his 95th day in office, President Trump hosted the UN Security Council in the state dining room.
You're going to be very busy people, I suspect, over the coming months and years.
A rare White House meeting with top members of the UN, which Trump once called a waste of time and money. Now he's urging the group to take on the threat from North Korea.
North Korea is a big world problem, and it's a problem we have to finally solve.
With pressing national security concerns and a packed schedule this week, the last thing the White House wants is a government shutdown. If talks deadlock this week, I am told they will seek a temporary extension to keep the government from shutting down precisely on the president's 100th day in office. George?
Yeah, he does not want to be the first president to have that one. Meantime, one of the activities he's trying this week, releasing some details of his new tax plan. Tomorrow, reports the president wants a corporate tax cut even deeper than House Republicans have called for. But that's going to complicate things, because to get something that deep, you're going to need Democrats. They don't seem willing to go along.
That's for sure, George. I am told that this tax plan would slash corporate taxes, reducing the rate from 35% all the way down to 15%. That is a far steeper cut than Republicans have been talking about on Capitol Hill, and something that there's no way Democrats would go along with. And the interesting thing here is, what would the impact be on the deficit? The president has also promised to reduce the deficit. It's hard to do that while cutting taxes that much.
Hard to see how you could do it. Jon Karl, thanks very much.